where it is, like what community it's in?
Well, it's on 94 somewhere between Detroit and, what is the airport, Romulus?
I'm guessing Southgate or something?
I don't know.
Okay, Detroit. Probably like Eureka or something, I don't know.
Is there a city called
Romulus.
Eureka?
No, there's Eureka Road.
Wow.
I will tell you this, I think it's a particularly unattractive area.
Near Dearborn. Would it be Wesleyan?
I could guess it's in Inkster.
Inkster.
Uh-huh.
Do you know anything else that's in Inkster?
I heard a story. It's a derogatory racial origin. There's like Melvinsdale too, isn't there? Or Melvins. That's a real small.
What if I was to tell you a giant Uniroyal tire? It's actually in Allen Park.
Great.
You're coming this way, you're at the airport, and someone says, do you know where Melvindale is, or do you know where Allen Park is, or something like that. A lot of people tell people, look for the tire, and then the next exit. So that tire, they use that tire as a landmark.
Mm-hmm. Is it the thing that Allen Park is most famous for?
We have many famous celebrities and sports figures that came out of Allen Park.
Really? Like who?
Peter McWilliams, very famous poet. Tom Tresh, very famous baseball player, and his father was also from here. John Varvatos, the fashion designer. A lot of people
I'm wearing John
know
Varvatos today, as a matter of fact. He's from Allen Park?
Yes, he is.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I heard it was in the World's Fair in New York.
And John F. Kennedy's family rode on it.
The Ferris wheel, it was a Ferris wheel with gondola cars. The Shah of Iran, the Kennedy children, they were some of the ones that rode that. And Kenneth Townsend from the Townsend Sign Company, he purchased that and had it shipped to Detroit, and it came on 22 flatbed trains. The tire's gone through a few changes. They changed the tread on it, and then they changed the wheel cover, and then they put a nail in it, and then they took the nail out.
Why would you pay so much for the big nail, and what sparked your interest in sort of, all this?
To me, it's like the Stanley Cup is to hockey. The nail is to Motown, and I just wanted to make sure somebody in another country or another state didn't buy it. I wanted to keep it right here so it could do good. And then people started calling me, so I bought the Hummer and put a DJ booth inside of here so we could take it to charitable events and parades.
How does the giant tire really rank in the pantheon of roadside attractions?
We have always considered that one of the classics. We're impressed by the engineering feat that allowed that attraction to survive when so many other things from the old World's Fair events disappeared.
And what are America's most famous roadside attractions?
There would be Lucy the Elephant in Margate, New Jersey, which is a very old multi-story elephant that you can climb up inside of. There's the Sombrero Tower in south of the border in Dillon, South Carolina.
Okay.
That's an observation tower that looks like a big Mexican hat.
What I'm coming across, making this film is another purpose of these roadside attractions is just when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're not in the middle of nowhere because, this gives you sort of, you're by the giant tire, you're by the dinosaurs, you're not necessarily in the middle of nowhere. Or maybe it helps us with our anxiety about being in the middle of nowhere.
I think that's a good point. They are sort of like buoys out in the ocean. It sort of, gives you a bit of comfort and might put a smile on your face, might teach you a little bit about the area if you're out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
The world's largest tire, if it was in downtown Las Vegas, probably wouldn't put much of a dent on the Sphinx, the pyramid, the miniature version of Manhattan, and some of the other things there. But out, in the middle of nowhere, out near the airport, it's an attraction all by itself.